material. We need to like have it on, you know,
Oh
always.
my god, we're just yapping.
No, that's the whole point. I think that's exactly the point. You know, because we have this time. This
Fine.
is
All right. Well, let me get the link out. I haven't even gotten to do the link
this
yet.
is what's going on. You know.
Oh my god. Ellis has no patience.
No, I think it's okay that you don't have the link out. You know.
Well, that's how I get listeners, dummy. That's how I get my loyal fans.
Well, to be fair, I think we do need to work on like our actual advertising and.
We don't have advertising.
That's
we're
what I'm
two.
saying.
We're two people with cell phones and the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't advertise. We let technology do it for us.
A lot of people do more with less.
I don't know about all that.
You have to put the right hashtags on there. You got to put an engaging caption in there. A good picture. You know, that probably means you and I being in the picture as opposed to like.
So if I post
vinyl and guitar emoji
if I post this on my
there.
story, will people tune in?
I don't think you should do that. Nor do I think that show should continue for adults.
He's talking about Miraculous Ladybug. I'm a huge Miraculous Ladybug fan because it's fire.
Yeah.
The animation's ass, but what is this? Chris Sale, Atlanta pitcher, won the national. Oh, okay. He was with the Angels for several years. Damn, that's
Angles?
wild.
But when you
but
post
we
on
here.
the social media on the radio account, what do you usually do?
I make it like peppy. Like for me, like I'm like, hey guys, you know, tune in because I feel like, and this isn't anything against you, but you and I have different.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's.
You're
what I was about
more
to say.
monotone. You're like, hey, tune in. You know, 7 to 8 going to be a good show. I'm up here like, hey guys, all radio, all right, new show, back with more people. I feel like I can be a little bit too much at times, but I like to think that my like friendliness and my what's the word for like being loud? I don't know, just being
Enthusiasm.
loud. Enthusiasm. Yes,
say
thank
enthusiasm.
you. Yes,
Let's say
enthusiasm. Yes.
A certain demographic of people can be called enthusiastic. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh my god.
You know, I don't
I'm-
have
I'm-
the cojones to say it on the air.
Of course you
know.
fucking don't.
Of course, no.
You ain't got the ball. You don't got the stones to fucking shoot me. That was from a Black Ops. That was Black Ops 2.
I was about to say, that's from Black Ops 20.
Black
they've come out with already,
Ops 20 is crazy.
You know, but yeah, I think it's cool that like if somebody like looks at a post and they can tell, oh, John wrote that caption or Ellis wrote that.
I would be
caption,
happy
you know?
if they could identify by who wrote the caption.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool.
I think I just want to get it done to get it documented that we did a certain episode or that we did, like I didn't post about Mac's episode whatsoever. I didn't because it was a really short one. For some reason, it got cut in half. I guess we stopped recording halfway through. I don't know what happened.
I honestly don't know what happened.
And also,
I couldn't
like-
tell you.
Like I don't think we did a lot of talking like halfway through. Then again, I don't remember because we stopped recording too.
That's fair.
let's-
Yeah, we did. We did cut the recording.
Let's get it up. Let's get it started since we're actually on air.
Do you get it up?
I don't know what you're talking about. Let's play some music.
Okay.
That's a really interesting choice of words,
that's
John,
really
to
interesting.
be saying. Like,
And why don't you shut the hell up? I'm trying to make it funny.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure is crazy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you know about that?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
you're talking about. I don't know. What
It's
you're
it's
talking
okay. Do you want to Rochambeau for first song, or do you have an idea in your head? Because
about. Rochambeau.
Rock paper scissors. Rochambeau.
Rochambeau.
Yeah, that's rock paper scissors.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's take a look.
Well, you were gonna be like solo on this one, so I wanted to see what you wanted to do.
In
In fact, you can probably pick all the songs tonight.
you for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could do that.
I was thinking because I do a lot of the same stuff. Like with you, you have a lot more variety. So I don't want to be boring and have like the same people. I mean, just because they're my favorite artists doesn't mean that they're other people's favorite artists. So I have been trying to be mindful of like what other people might want to hear. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. It's like, it's my radio show. It's my radio show. I get to pick the music and all that stuff. But I am trying to make it more like, oh, you know, they played this song or, oh, they played that song. So
Because they always ask you, you know what I'm saying? Imagine there are still some women in the world who care about if you understand them instead of keeping talking nonsense. Why black women are the best?
why black women are the best is insane. So don't get me wrong.
Okay.
He
So,
said okay.
I
He
don't
said-
think you need to worry about other people, like what people want to listen to right now, because we have no ratings. That's the best part.
No, I know, but for me, it
Actually-
gives me some sense of like I'm able to kind of show people, hey, I've got a bigger knowledge than just like rap or pop music. It's like I want to show people. I don't have anything to prove, but at the same time, it's like I'm able to show other people that I'm like I can be well versed. I talk a big game about being well versed in music, but I go back to the same stuff. It's like a repeat, so I don't want to be that guy.
Okay, John, I'm gonna test your game. Try to select something that is the exact opposite of what you've been playing mostly on this show to date.
All right.
Okay, you've been playing a lot of break-ins. You've been playing Eric DOA, a lot of newer rap, and I guess that would be also including 90s old school.
Let me
So
double check.
it's
if
not going to be rap,
this.
we already
no,
know that.
it is not.
and then it's
Let
not
me
going to
check.
be in the past 20 years also.
Come on, baby.
Is that fair? Or 30 years? Is that fair, I guess?
That is fair. Let me see if I've got this. Give me just 1 second.
But other than that, I mean, you've got it mostly scot-free. I want to hear you put on something I've never heard of either. So those are your three constraints for right now.
What is it? 30 years.
Not rap, 30 years, something that I have not heard before.
Well, I've got a request. One of our listeners requested 5150 by Van Halen.
Okay.
So we're going to play that
the
because
song 5150.
it did not chart, even though it was released. The album was released in 86, but
That's interesting, though. because-
apparently this song did not chart, which is good because it didn't show up in blue, so that means it's good.
Well, when Sammy Hagar joined the band, they did become more commercially successful with those albums as they gravitated to more of a commercial sound as well.
I'm not going to lie. I prefer whatever the hell the dude's name is, David
I
Lee
agree.
Roth.
David Lee Roth.
With the
Was Van
jumpsuit,
Halen,
the
yeah.
jumpsuit and the craziness, and because my stepdad is a huge Van Halen fan. Like
Listeners, you will hear it a
huge.
lot on this show. We are David Lee Roth fans all the way.
Yes,
Sammy's,
I love David Lee Roth. The energy,
Yeah.
the peppiness, the whole shebang. I love it. If I were fit and 30, 35, and whatever, 25, 30 years old doing splits in the air, I'd be hype as hell too.
I think he's fit right now. Like he's still going
What is he, like 60?
upwards of that.
Upwards?
you
He's
know.
that old.
He's
Damn.
got a tattoo company. Well, not a tattoo company, but a company of a product that helps protect your tattoos from the sun. I think it's called Ink. This is not an official plug.
this is not a plug. This is not an advertisement.
I'm not a tattooer myself, but for anybody that is, it might be a useful product when you're out in the sun, going to the beach all day. I think it's something you put on. It might be a sleeve of some kind. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, let's put on some SPF 5150. Let's do that.
That's good. That is good.
Oh, I know.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Yep, that's why you pay me.
Yeah.
All right, this is gonna be an ad. So
We
hang
don't
on a
actually
minute.
pay
Don't
him
pay
at all.
anything
We,
to
keep
fix
him
your
in the
roof.
corner.
Homeowners
Yeah.
can get a
Baby
free
Yeah, it's
roof
like
with
Shine, I don't
zero
get paid.
out-of-pocket
They put me
saving
in a-
upwards
they
of
put me in a,
$25,000. So if your roof is
sweatshop,
leaking,
just working
damaged,
on
or
it.
even if it's just old,
We
then
actually
keep watching
cut
this
out
video
the-
to see the
the
easiest
middleman.
and the
We put the
fastest way to
sweatshop
get a
in
new
the
roof
house.
for your home completely for
They
free.
do, they do.
This is for
It's called a
homeowners
sweatshop
only.
because I
I'm not
sweat
talking
profusely
about a
every-
free
everywhere
repair
after being in
either,
there
but
for
an
like 2 minutes.
entire
I think you
roof
sweat
replacement for
profusely
literally
in
no
general.
cost.
I
Roof
do.
replacements
That's why I made
and
that joke.
repairs can be the most
All right. I
expensive
think we're
maintenance
getting ready to the
costs
song.
you can deal with
That's like
as
a
a
double
homeowner, with repairs or
delivery.
replacements
Double
going
entendre.
from
Super
$5,000 to
5150
upwards of
Van Halen, let's get it.
$15,000. But
Always want more. You're never satisfied. It's never one for all with you. It's only one for me. So when I draw the line, meet you halfway. When you're down low, what do you I'll meet you halfway. I'll meet you halfway.
If I may freely speak on Van Halen in general.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
What made the earlier years so special in for a lot of people was the tension between Dave and Eddie. Eddie was forced to especially play everything on guitar, basically everything on guitar. And as they moved more towards including keyboards and the second guitar, Sammy was playing guitar too. Eddie laxed up a little bit on that aspect of playing, being the whole rhythmic clothing to the music, and that part of his playing isn't as featured as much in those later songs, unless you're talking about some of them where his tone is his guitar tone's becoming cleaner, more fitting for that pop genre, more or less.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more keyboards and things like that. you know,
Yeah.
which is cool. It's cool. These guys are doing what they want to do at the time, and I think that's respectable.
No, definitely. I think, I liked 1984's sound a lot, but it is nice not to have the synthesizer every once in a while. Just rock the hell out. Get a bass guitar, get an electric, just shred it. Just rock the hell. This is good. No synthesizer. At least I didn't hear anything. It was just all guitars and drums.
I think there might be a little bit in there.
Maybe a little bit, but it's not like Jump. It's not like, you've got, like freestyle music in the 80s where it's all synthesized and stuff. And trust me, it's great to dance to if you've ever heard freestyle music.
Well, case in point, the music Hagar era is just a lot simpler than earlier on. What I mean is Eddie's playing is a lot less complicated. It's a lot less nuanced in the later years.
Yeah.
Like he's not pushing himself as hard as he was. And that's because Dave is not pushing him. Like Dave is the guy who pushes the envelope in the band with the tension, even if he might be hard to be around sometimes. I'm sure.
Yeah.
He's a personality. He's an artistic personality.
Yeah.
He who knows what that guy's brain chemistry, like what produces that personality.
No, definitely.
It's crazy.
But I mean, you don't need, at least, I don't know a whole lot about music, but, I know what goes into it. It's like you don't need a lot to make a good record.
Well,
you could have a simple bass line. You could have a simple, couple of notes that you hit on a keyboard and a decent hook, and you've got yourself a hit song if people really mess with it. So
actually, it's not so much the complexity of the music as it is the intention, where the Van Halen brothers were really into Black Sabbath, Zeppelin, and all that, and Sammy is really into that kind of music, I'm sure, as well. So when he enters that band, they might move towards more of a rockish sound. Now, Dave comes from a different background than those guys do. Dave comes from the Motown background, the Wilson Pickett background.
yeah.
He took Eddie Van Halen to his first and only black concert, Earth, Wind, and Fire, live at the Forum.
Oh, I meant to show you this now that
Oh,
have you here.
So
Give me
it's-
just a second. Remember when I was telling you about the dude with the long hair? I finally found the meme
What
I meant to
dude?
show you. The Earth, Wind, and Fire, the black guy with the long hair.
Yeah, I can't relate to this.
No, but it's
whatsoever.
but
I
it,
mean,
but it was just funny because I'm like,
yeah.
this is all I could think of.
I
Is
see what
the
you
black
mean.
guy with the long hair.
The
I'm like,
bass player right now. From
Yeah,
Earth, Wind,
like,
and
you
Fire.
got-
What's his name?
the bass player from who? From
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I have no clue.
Yeah. Check him up.
Is it Fire?
No.
Is Earth the singer, Wind is the drums, and Fire is the
Well,
the
Maurice
bass?
passed away. I don't know which one he was. I don't think that's actually how it works in that group.
I don't. I think it would be kind of cool. Like I mean, Slipknot, they have numbers.
Yeah.
Like they go like 0, 1, 2, 3, and a couple of them died, but they still they're like, oh yeah, number 5. They call them numbers.
Yeah, and in Kiss they have like the personas and whatnot that they've got. Like they started when some of the band members left Kiss. I know that they started to try to invent new characters like the Frogman or
The Frogman.
something like these really auxiliary characters, and it just wasn't working at all. So they eventually took off the makeup.
Yeah. Oh, whatchamacallit. Do you want me to look up the Earth, Wind, and Fire dude?
Yeah, look them up.
Which one? The
bass
guitar
player.
Bass player.
You'll
Wind
recognize him
and
immediately
Fire.
because that's the guy you were talking about with the long hair.
Verdine White.
Yeah, Verdine White. Yeah.
Verdine? What kind of name is Verdine?
I don't know. What kind of name is Maurice?
Maurice is a normal name. I've never heard Verdine.
I don't know a lot of people named Maurice.
Are Verdine White and Maurice White related? Yeah.
I know
they'd
the
be
guy from Madagascar,
half
Maurice,
brother.
and that's it.
Maurice.
Maurice.
I think Moto likes you.
No, that's not the same guy that says that.
I know.
But while you're on
Guys, I don't think it's the same.
Okay,
I don't
you
think
were
it's the
gonna
same
try to-
character.
play a song that you...
Yeah, I'm gonna take y'all on a little blast from the past. Now, I'm not sure if I don't think I've played this on the channel yet. My mother, her dad, was a huge doo-wop fan. A huge doo-wop fan. He's got like CDs, cassettes, like he loved it. And my mom, like, you can pick her brain for stuff. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
He had a bunch of records. When I was little, I made a small website. I think it was we called it 45 records. And what we did was we took the cover image of the song, so it's like you had the picture of the 45 record. You put it on the website, and we assorted it into, I guess that would be 9x5 or something, however we formatted it. And when you click on the record, it plays. So I had to learn how to split. I had to get the audio files. I had to get the cover pictures, and we made a whole website. And I think my favorite doo-wop song like ever is Earth Angel by the Penguins. This came out in, oh my God, I want to say late 40s, early 50s. Earth Angel.
Yeah,
Let me see.
that sounds about right.
This
Not that I would
19
really know,
okay,
but,
1954
just to be
it
supportive.
says. My mom will have to double check it. Acapella doo-wop. Oh, I think my mom's got his phone there.
Oh, you got to get an acapella version.
Oh wait, hold up. Oh, this is the
Or-
Zircon. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm not worried about copyright because this shit came out like 70 years ago, so it doesn't matter. That's actually crazy to think about. Like 1954 is now 70 years ago.
That makes
Like
sense.
now the 40s are 80 years ago. I mean, because I guess Pearl Harbor makes sense, and like like some of my grandparents are gonna be like 80.
Yeah.
But it's I'm like, oh, when I think 80 years ago, I'm like, oh, it's still like the 40s. I'm like, no, it's the 50s.
Oh, did we get to the centennial of Pearl Harbor yet?
the centennial?
Yeah.
No, we've got 17 years
Okay.
for the centennial. We had the 80th.
Oh, right. I keep thinking. I don't know
and
why
we had the 80th a couple years ago.
Okay,
right?
yeah, because I don't know why I was thinking that we're in the 40s right now.
No. We're in the 20s. I would if we were in the 40s, I'd probably be about 38, 39.
Yeah, we would not be here.
People. Oh, hang
Hopefully.
on. I've got some info from my dad.
Unless you want to stay in college,
I want to stay in college.
there's nothing wrong with being in school for the rest of your life. There's this one guy actually who got like every possible master's degree,
Mm-hmm.
bachelor's degree, the most certified person in the country, maybe the world. He just never got a job. He just kept getting master's degrees. And then at a certain point, when you turn 64, you can start taking college classes for free. Take yourself a pottery class. Take yourself a class about sailing or something when you're 64.
That's awesome.
You know, there might be some health concerns at that point.
Maybe.
But if you keep moving throughout your life, bodies in motion stay in motion. And some of the oldest people are the most active people. And they're the oldest because they're that most active.
No, I mean, it's actually interesting because you'll have some people say, how'd you live this long? You know, drink scotch and smoke a cigar every day. And then you got other people who's like, keep your body in tip-top shape. You know, I've seen people from both walks of life that are active and inactive, and they give you advice and they don't, but that's cool. I'm just going to quickly spider back to what we were talking about Van Halen. My dad actually texted me this. He said, people falsely blame Sammy for those keyboards, and early fans, especially fans of Diamond Dave, hated it. In reality, it was all Eddie's idea. Can you confirm this?
Yeah, no, it was all Eddie.
I was going to say,
No,
I know
even
that you
from-
got the scoop.
Even from Van Halen 3 on the song And the Cradle Will Rock is the first Van Halen song that introduces a keyboard. And most people didn't notice it. Dave was okay with it because it sounded a little bit like a guitar. It was like this kind of distorted clavinet going on in the background,
Yeah.
playing the rhythm track. Now, when you get further on, it starts to creep in a little bit more noticeably, especially on 1984. But you do still have like songs where it is still guitar, bass, drums, and vocals, and that's it. But back on the intention part, when you compare those songs that are a raw rock band of guitar, bass, drums to from Dave and Sammy, those songs are drastically different as well. Not because of the singer,
Yeah.
but because of the artistic intention and the musical intention of being more of a pop band versus a raw, kick-ass rock group
band, yeah.
that, well, not even like it's still rock after the fact,
Yeah.
after Sammy happens.
Yeah.
It's just not as, I mean, raw is really one of the only ways to describe it.
No, definitely. I think especially with rock music, you got to go big or go home. Like if you're
It's
gonna
huge.
put
It's huge.
you're all into it, you better shred that guitar like you're like someone's gonna take it from you.
Yeah, I think
You better play every show that's like, oh, I have to give this guitar back to like Radio Shack or something. Like you got to go all out.
Yeah,
like
and
all out.
That was David's philosophy on it. You know, his first singing coach ever was also happened to be his. I'm kind of quoting David Lee Roth interviews here, but
Yeah,
he's
sure.
a fascinating dude to listen to. But anyway,
Yeah.
he was saying that his first singing coach was the first guy who told him about tattoos. Going back to the tattoo thing about him, is that he was telling him about his 2 tattoos that he had. He had 2 on his arm. He said, this one right here is my camp number, and this is the number why I'm still alive. Because he was a piano player in Auschwitz, and he told David Lee Roth, you
Oh,
better
shit.
sing if your life depends on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like your life depends on it.
Yeah.
Like he did. You know, he had to. Can you imagine, like, being in Auschwitz singing for the Nazis?
No, I
playing
could
piano?
I could not be doing all that. I
You
mean,
know?
my big ass, they probably put in the mines. Be like, oh, mine. Be like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he was also talking about, like, you know, once you record some music, you're in that music forever. It's like being a time capsule. you
No,
know?
definitely, yeah. You put a piece of you into that, actually. And I know it's a little off topic, but all I could think of is like the scene from X-Men where they're like, we're gonna inject you with something, and Magneto's like, no, I've already been marked or some shit, and they showed him he was like a Jew in Auschwitz because they put the numbers on him and shit.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, that's pretty badass. I'm like, I get why he was evil. Like, I kind of understand.
Yeah, dude, I never watched X-Men.
You've never
I've
seen
never seen
X-Men?
any
All
of
right.
the X-Men movies.
PSA. Okay, you're coming. Okay, so
Everybody keeps every time I
you've
say
nev-
that to
so
somebody,
you've
they're
never
like,
seen any X-Men movies.
Yeah,
not X-Men First Class, X-Men 2.
yeah,
X-Men
they look at me
Original.
like I'm crazy, and they're like, we're gonna have to sit you down
We are
and
gonna have to
watch
sit
some
you down.
X-Men.
When are you free? Are you free Saturday?
Saturday night. Yeah,
Saturday night's all right.
for fighting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Saturday,
Night.
Saturday, Saturday, Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday, Saturday, Saturday.
Yeah,
That guy's
no,
pretty cool.
We're gonna sit you down and watch some X-Men. We can get like snackies and stuff.
Yeah,
But
Snackies would be good.
we're
Snackies
gonna
would be very good.
go. I mean, because here's the thing: First Class was a prequel,
Right.
So I think we're gonna do First Class now.
I would say Watchmen, the order that they were released.
You want to watch? Okay, so we got to start 2000. We got to watch the
Star
first.
Wars method,
we got to watch
right?
the first X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you can watch the whole shit. But they released a couple more in like the mid 2010s that I haven't seen. So I haven't seen like Apocalypse or any of that shit. I saw the first
Yeah.
couple. I saw X-Men, X-Men 2, and X-Men 3, whatever the hell that was called. And then I watched First Class. So for me, there's only like 4.
The only thing that I'm really interested in at this point, other than what I've heard, is that Logan is really good and just as good as a standalone movie.
I heard it's very,
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Like really, really good. It's a shame because like I kind of know what happens already, but I still want to watch it.
I have no idea what happens.
Then you're in for a treat.
Good.
Yeah, no,
Good.
you're luckier than I am because I went in school. I had a bunch of Marvel fans. It was funny. I had Infinity War like spoiled for me, and
Absolutely.
I was like, I made a whole big deal out of it. My mom was like, everyone dies. It's like it's whatever, and she was like, don't let that ruin a good experience to you because I knew they were gonna have another part, but I was so upset because people were like talking about it. I hadn't seen it. My mom, she's great, and I came home and I wasn't like choked up about it or anything. I was like, damn. I was like, I really, people are talking. It's already been spoiled. She's like, what the hell? She's like, look at me. And she, smiled at me. She's like, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna have a good time. And she kind of looks at me and she goes, everyone dies. And
I
I kind of
too, yeah.
smiled because it was like, she's like, so what? She's like, you're gonna have a good time at the theater, with us, and we're gonna watch a movie regardless. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think that stuck with me. That still sticks with me because just the way that she looked at me and said that, and it was like it's funny because it was like when someone says like everyone dies, it's like that's not like a positive thing. But for me, the way she said it was like the ending of the movie doesn't matter because you're still gonna have a good time. And I feel like actually it was funny because just now I can actually relate to that. It's like it doesn't matter how your life ends or whatever. I mean, in some circumstances, obviously you don't want to get like murdered or anything, but it's like everyone dies. It's like and she said it with a smile on her face. It's like everyone dies. Like you're gonna have a life, live it however the hell you want to, good, bad, indifferent, great, terrible, whatever, depending on your choices or your circumstances. But it's like at the end of the day, everyone goes to the same place. So it's like just enjoy it. Just enjoy what you have, no matter what it is. Just be grateful for the people that are around you and the people that care about you. It's like, that's something you should, if you have, like a fear of like, dying or something, it's like, I can understand it might be a little worrisome, but it's like, at the end of the day, you're here. You matter. You have a purpose. So it's like, go out and live. Go out and enjoy. Smell the trees. Or stop and smell the roses, not smell the trees.
No, actually, the trees are nice, like especially in Somerville because it's all pine trees. Like you get to have like fresher air.
No,
actually,
yeah. I
sort of thing.
I meant to say like smell the coffee or like stop and smell the roses. Like
Stop and smell the coffee. Yeah.
Stop and smell the trees. Yeah. Stop and smell the trees.
Stop and smell that pedestrian cigarette that they're smoking while they walk down. That that teacher's cigarette,
Marlboro Shorts to be exact.
Exactly. It's
if
a
my
very
mom is
comforting
listening.
smell. But dude, like sometimes things just don't matter to you further down the road because you know how many movies currently that I'm upset people are spoiling?
What?
None of them. Because there are no good movies coming out that make me excited to go
real
see
shit.
them.
Real shit.
Infinity War
They
and
all suck
Endgame are
ass.
probably like the last two movies that I thought about going to see. I mean, I'm sure I found some other ones.
And did
later
you ever
on.
see them?
Yeah, I saw them both in theater.
I was gonna
and
say
it was sick actually because I remember one time I think it was Endgame, like right in front of the movie theater. They had this Iron Man car that they were demoing. It was like a
Yeah.
Honda
Oh, that's sad.
Iron Man looking car
Yeah.
that you could get in, and you're like, oh, that was cool. Let's get out because we're like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
We can't drive this car.
Yeah,
We can't afford this
you
car.
want to hop in it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Did you ever
I showed up in a Batman shirt because I'm a DC guy.
You're a DC guy?
You could probably tell that I'm a DC guy.
No,
right?
no,
You know?
definitely. I think you're a little on the darker side.
I don't know if that's not darker side. I think DC is just a little bit more interesting.
I like a little bit more serious stuff like Marvel. I think.
Nah, I think Marvel kind of is.
I think
is great, like
I know,
especially
but
the
it's like
early
they-
movies.
Yeah, the early movies is good, but I think the writing is like a lot of it was like some cheesy one-liner. It's like, we got company or some bullshit. It's like I think the earlier writing when they gave, them a little bit more creative freedom to maybe slip in like an innuendo or like make like. I love Modern Family because they write the characters so well, and they can do whatever they want in the writers' room. But it's like you have to pay attention. Like if you don't pay attention to like what somebody say, like wait a minute, like what does that mean? Like and they make up like double entendres or like a slide joke here or there, and they don't have like laugh tracks or anything. But early Marvel for me, when they had like RDJ doing all letting him be him and be witty and stuff, I think that was a lot more fun than now they've got to have like something like let's make someone laugh. And I get it, it's targeted for more like kids, teenagers, stuff like that, but
now it is.
Now
Absolutely, yeah.
It's more like, oh, let's try to get something that makes people laugh or some, corny one-liner. I mean, I don't think all of it's corny, but I think a lot of it's just kind of like, oh, let's have a silly one-liner here or there, and I think it's a little too much.
I think it was good back when they were making it not to appeal to everyone, but for everybody to be able to appreciate and enjoy if they really wanted to appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
And now it's made for them to do that by default to appeal to them.
No, yeah. Well, now it's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamins.
Well, sure, the Benjamin's cool. I mean, he was a cool scientist and all that. I thought he was pretty cool. He was never president. I don't know why he's on the $100 bill, man. Sure, he was a founding father. He had some interesting ideas.
He could.
I always heard that he and George Washington would go to John Adams' plantation and smoke pot together.
Oh, shit.
They're just one of those three people, some combination of the three.
Rolling up loud.
But what I also know is that that's not true for sure. Who knows? Just an interesting tidbit.
Maybe.
But all that to say that Van Halen will increase your testosterone.
Yes, it will.
Clinically proven.
Yes, it will.
I'm sure it will. And then, what else was I going to say about that?
I don't know. I mean, it's been like 10 minutes. I don't want to cut you off or anything, but I definitely want to get this song going.
Yeah. Let's do this, Earth Angel.
Yes.
By
This is Earth Angel.
Is that an umlaut over that? No.
What the hell is it? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
The dot over the U? The penguins? Or is it just regular penguins? I thought it was
no, it's
the one with the umlaut.
it's just the penguins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Those two dots over a vowel, for those of you who don't know or don't speak a language that has that, is called an umlaut. And it indicates that you make your mouth shape like the vowel. So like if it's over a U, it's a ooh. It's a ooh. Do that for me, John. Ooh. Ooh.
We're bringing you the best in quality entertainment.
That's a demo of our acapella that we're about to listen to.
Album
right now.
coming out in a month.
Barbershop Quartet.
I went into medicine because
it?
it's a great
Southern
combination of
Northern
two
Brown.
things. I love talking to people, and I love science. I also like to help people.
All right,
I
let's
actually
get
am a
that. Let's
20-year
do it.
veteran of the Navy.
Right.
Earth angel, will you be mine, my darling dear? Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. Earth angel, the one I adore. Love you forever and evermore. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the vision of your loveliness. I hope and I pray that someday I'll be the vision of your happiness. Oh, earth angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you. I fell for you, and I knew the visions of your loveliness. I hope and pray that someday that I'll be the vision of your happiness. Oh, earth angel, please be mine, my darling dear. Love you all the time. I'm just a fool in love with you.
Yes, that is my favorite. I probably said this before. That's my favorite doo-wop song like ever. Aside from maybe this Speedo by the Cadillacs. That's one of my favorites. Earth Angel is awesome. I think that was the first one I did, which is why it holds so much significance. I can't be sure. I know I love the tune. It might have been like the first record I put up on that website. I mean, that was years ago.
The website?
Like years.
What website?
The 4545s I was telling you
Oh,
about.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, my grandfather did that.
That's right.
With me, and that was in my Fayetteville house. That was years ago.
Yeah, my grandpa's really into doo-wop and things like that. I was going through because we found a lot of his records and his record player. We were going through a lot of his 45s, and a lot of them I have never heard before in my life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I found like Sam Cooke and things like that, and I think the Penguins were in there somewhere. It would just be good to get more acquainted with things like that. I don't know a lot about 40s music, absolutely. I know
My
nothing
mom
about 40s
does,
music,
and
but,
my grandfather definitely did.
Yeah. I haven't played any Aretha on here yet, I think.
All right.
Can you put on Bridge Over Troubled Water by Aretha? I think
Let's
this is
do
the
it.
best version of this song. Originally Simon and Garfunkel song.
Yeah.
I would click on the third one down.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know when you're ready. Do you have any thoughts you want to share before we get to it?
Just lay back and feel it.
Lay
Listen
back,
it,
relax.
You know, let it. I think this might be one of the songs that the guys from Muscle Shoals are playing on. Muscle Shoals, Alabama, was a place where there was a recording studio. Aretha worked with this group of musicians. They were all white boys playing for a lot of these black soul artists.
Okay, nice.
So it's interesting to hear about the people behind the music other than just hearing them. I would need to do more research on who exactly played the instruments, but the electric piano you hear in the background, I'm sure that's one of the Muscle Shoals guys. Aretha played some piano herself. I think
sure she
she's
did.
usually on grand acoustic piano, and then one of the Muscle Shoals guys is going to be on organ and electric piano,
Okay, nice.
bass,
Let's take a look.
saxophone, possibly. So
Aretha
it's the Muscle Shoals
Franklin,
sound.
the
Aretha,
Soul Queen.
she's great. She actually did a lot more covers than originals, surprisingly. Like Respect, for example, was an Otis Redding song. And You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, that's a Carole King song.
That's awesome.
That's the thing, like Carole King wrote for so many people, you know.
Shout out Otis Redding. Otis Redding was cool as hell.
Otis Redding was great. One of the best to ever do it. All right, Bridge Over
All right.
Troubled Water,
Aretha
Aretha Franklin.
So my wife got me this weird
Again
new
and again
kitchen
and
knife. It's a Christmas gift.
My wife got me this.
God, I love her.
Yeah, I know
At
you
first
do.
glance,
Let's do
Their
it.
ears were trying to sing.
Don't trouble the water. I won't get it up. Why don't you let it be? Still water run deep. Yes, it do. I know that. Oh, yeah. If you only
You
You just lowered my fucking chair, you asshole.
Yeah,
Here, wait.
seriously.
Actually, boom. Come here, bitch. Yeah.
You will not lower my chair.
You should lower that attitude.
I'm gonna get in this chair. You can't lower that chair.
All right, fine.
That one doesn't have a chair lower.
We don't have any wheels, so you can't have fun like me.
No, that's true, but I can slide around because it's got one of those those legs
Yeah, but you
that
have to
are
hold the
have
floor.
like bars. So you can. It's like a toboggan of a chair. You can't.
Of course,
You can't steer.
Of course, you'd want a toboggan chair. You can't just have the regular wheelie chair.
No, toboggans are probably cool. You can
No.
have fun.
Wheelie
probably
chairs
skid
all
across
the way.
water if you
God damn
want.
it, where is this?
So that's Aretha Franklin. Beautiful music.
Beautiful,
Obviously, those
beautiful woman, if I do say so myself.
Obviously, those are soul sisters on the mic. Those are not the pasty white boys from Alabama,
No,
Muscle Shoals. But
definitely not.
everybody contributed to the music pretty well on that song.
Yes.
Sounds pretty good.
Oh.
Now, we would like to say that we don't get paid for this.
We don't get paid, so
At
my
all.
my Venmo. No, I'm kidding. My
But we
cash app.
do have a $7.99 offer,
Oh
limited
my
time.
god!
for
No,
the video.
it expired. It expired.
I'm
I
sorry,
took
guys.
it off.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we were losing money. Like all
No,
the.
we were actually we actually
Who-
got
who
a little
bought
bit
that?
too much money.
Who bought that?
We got,
Go ahead and name
Okay.
me 5 people off the top of your head that bought that.
John, you're supposed to tell people that you're being successful so they feel like they should contribute money.
No, that's some motivation podcast bullshit like Dave Ramsey. Like, you can buy everything
Dave
in
Ramsey's great.
You can buy everything in
Ramsey's great.
cash.
Yeah, I think
I
that's a
wish
great
I could
idea.
buy everything in cash.
You just have to take it out of your bank account. Okay.
I got like lint and pennies. in
But
my
then
bank
again,
account.
I hear a lot about
Oh.
you need a good credit score to
You
buy a house,
absolutely
you know?
do. You absolutely do. If your credit score is like 200, sorry, buddy, you're not getting a house.
John, how do you develop credit score?
You pay off your credit card. So when you use your credit card, it's not a debit card. It's not your actual money. You have to pay off your credit card. So you rack up $300 in your credit card. $300 is coming out of your checking account, which is your actual money on your like if you use your debit card. That's how you build up your credit score. Just for a basic lesson in building credit.
But isn't United States currently basically based on nothing?
What'd you say? You
Isn't
said-
it based on nothing?
What do you mean based on nothing?
It's not based in gold. It's not.
I think money's
based
backed
in
in
any
gold
value.
and silver. I mean,
It's not backed in anything. Actually,
I don't know. James Heller told me that.
It's
If
just-
if you know, you know.
it's just backed in your belief in the government and how much the dollar actually works.
I mess with the government, but
They're there.
I wish they'd print more money.
I don't think we should do that.
I don't know. I
think
kind
that's a good idea.
of mess with it.
Maybe if we get more money into the
Yeah,
economy,
maybe if we put-
make more money.
Yeah, maybe
know,
we put more money. It'll be fine.
do
We'll put more money. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Let's change it up a bit.
So say if you throw a wad of, say, $2 million in cash
Mm-hmm.
into a dumpster fire.
Yeah. If it's backed by gold and silver, it's going to be worth a lot of money. But if it's
Okay.
not, it's going to be like Zimbabwe.
What's Zimbabwe's situation?
Zimbabwe had a huge inflation problem, and like they had like people who were like billionaires, and like you could be like a trillionaire with like a bunch of notes, right? A bunch of like paper notes. They don't mean anything. You could be a trillionaire and be poor because the inflation was so bad. The dollar did not mean anything. Their currency meant literally nothing. You could literally be a trillionaire in Zimbabwe and not have enough money to like buy bread.
How much did bread cost?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I
Like
just knew the
quadrillion
inflation.
dollars?
Probably. If you're a trillionaire, it probably costs you like a couple octillion dollars. Like if you don't have that.
Well,
So,
I'd imagine then everybody would be a trillionaire then, because if you're not a trillionaire, you're dead.
I guess so. I mean,
know?
yeah, but then you probably have to barter and shit.
Oh, I guess if that's part of the system, then it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I would. I mean, if I have to survive, like money's not going to get me anywhere. I'd start trading things. Like, oh, I have this or I have this.
How do you feel about going back to a barter system as a way to relieve inflation?
I think you still need money to survive and have the society run. I think if you're not actively keeping restaurants and shops and shit open, people are going to go crazy. Everyone's like, oh, anarchy. But it's like, you do not want anarchy. You do not want people running around like the Purge, stealing and doing, or Minneapolis. I'm kidding.
How about if I didn't want to pay for a burger at McDonald's, I could just work at McDonald's for, say, 30, 40 minutes.
if you
Clean the dishes, you know.
going,
Come in that
there's
Saturday
dishes
and
in the
work.
back, you better roll
Yeah.
up your sleeves, but.
Yeah, you know, come in a Saturday and work a shift, and then you get 2 or 3 burgers for free.
If you could work that out,
Not for
yeah,
free, but,
yeah,
you know.
no, definitely. But if you, yeah, it's like you get paid in food.
But I guess establishments wouldn't necessarily trust people per the norm, which I think that's one of the reasons why we have an economy like we do, is because people just don't trust other people and transactions. That's why things are set up so that, hey, you give me goods, I'll give you
Yeah, I'll give you
the money, you know. It is. I
Especially-
mean, it's kind of based on trust, but I think in some of the ways that we do it, it's not based in trust.
I think it's based out of like necessity. I think that
Yeah.
you know, the reason we've taken all this time to grow and evolve and do things, we wouldn't have made the technological or the social advancements that we did to make sure that we have a functioning society if we didn't realize the importance of the value of money. And you know, there's a reason people who live in tribes are a lot smaller and they're not as developed, or like other countries that aren't as developed because they're not improving technologically or making use of that money. And I'm not saying that, you know, it's a requirement or it's like I'm looking down on, you know, other people or anything like that, but it's like everyone lives in their own way. But the people or the societies or the countries or the continents that have more money and they're more developed, it's like, here you are with the resources. You got to use them and keep building. And I think once people, you know, really start understanding the value of the dollar, that's when things started to take off.
How about the value of different groups of people? Say you're in an isolated indigenous tribe in Africa, you're not going to trust other people.
No, definitely not. Yeah.
And if you're in America and if you're cloistered in a very small group of people, you're not necessarily going to buy from somebody who's different than you or is from a different cultural area than you. So the flow of money is going to be a little bit less restricted. I've never really taken an economics class.
No, I mean, it's all about
These-
supply and demand. I mean,
these are
supply and
just-
demand is pretty easy. Like,
Well, yeah, supply and demand, but also who's supplying to who?
the people who make products, goods, and services are going to supply to consumers. If people can't make things on their own, they've got nothing.
Well, I mean, I think that's what's interesting about like Amazon, like a global company
Yeah.
that everybody is supplied by.
Yeah.
You know, everybody trusts Well, most people trust Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most people trust Amazon. Should we not trust Amazon? I don't know.
I think we should. I mean,
I
if
think they're
you're-
doing a good job. Except I've heard a lot of things about where they build warehouses. Right next to you'll have some Mexican pueblo in the middle of nowhere, very very historically built and authentic, and then you
Yeah.
have an Amazon warehouse like right next to it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
That's
if they want to put
progress,
that
I
there,
suppose.
that's them. So it's not me.
But what if the locals don't like it?
That's
know.
that's a problem with the locals, and they gotta say something, or they gotta
gotta
find
say
some sort of
something, you know.
compromise. I'm not trying to
don't know.
say like, oh, I don't care or anything, but it's like it's not something I'm dealing with, and I don't want to be like, oh, it doesn't happen to me. But if that's something they've got to take up, it's like the Seminoles in Florida with like the football. It's like, oh well, you know,
Oh, the
they're
mascot?
huh?
The mascot, Florida State's mascot.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that's a big part of our culture, and we're
Yeah.
honored for that. And then that's the same thing with the Redskins. They're like, you know, change it back. You know, we appreciated, you know, the representation and stuff, and they want to change it because it's all this, and we're going to change the Washington football team. I'm still going to call it the Redskins.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there are like instances where an ethnic group can be angry for other people speaking for them.
No, definitely.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
that's kind of ridiculous.
And what is?
Like for someone to speak for somebody else about
No,
what they want or what they
absolutely,
don't
I
want,
agree.
or how they want to be represented.
I agree.
in some kind of way or another. And that's why if you want to be represented, you got to do it yourself. You know.
Definitely. You got to have your own voice, you know, do your own things. I absolutely agree.
You know. I wouldn't know about like ways in which you can represent yourself, though. I'm sure there's a lot of ways where people are barred from doing that, and you know, it can get kind of difficult here and there. Now, at that point, are there any songs that remind you of history, or songs that remind you of certain points in history, like anything?
I mean,
Like as far as
We Didn't
like,
Start the Fire is pretty historically
sure.
packed.
I think that charted. Luckily, actually, it charted, so we don't
dude.
have to listen to it.
So we don't have to listen to it. It's crazy. No,
that's-
but I like it.
That's not my favorite Billy Joel song. Man. It's not
Nah,
good.
not mine either. But
Like that one and "The End of the World as We Know It." Not a huge fan of those songs. They're okay. They're okay. I know that it's not Billy Joel's favorite song of his. As far as it melodically goes, he doesn't like his.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring for him, but because he's a guy who writes the music before he writes the lyrics. You know,
Yeah.
he has to get the mood of the song first before we can actually start writing it and getting a feel for it. Like "Honesty," for example, was it "Honesty" that I was thinking about?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, one of the times
I don't know, play one
he
more
was
song.
playing the idea and he showed it to the band, and the drummer Liberty DeVito, he was like, "Let's call it Sodomy," and that was
is
the original
insane.
title of the song because he was thinking about the melody. Like he had the melody before the words, so he was like, "Ba-na, ba, ba-na, ba-na, ba." So at that point, we're like, we'll just call it Sodomy for a while, and then it was like, oh, we could not go with that at some point. But let's play a song we're actually commentating on. What's a song that you know a lot about? Not about the song itself, but the circumstances about the song.
What do we have? Like a minute and a half.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it's like 7:58.
All right, let's get our recordings then. Never mind.
All right, I
Let's
was
do that.
I was gonna play one more song, but I guess I can save it. Till
Yeah, we got people coming in
next
after
semester.
us. You know,
if there's an extra slot, I might take it and run
Yeah.
the show.
that's what I would do.
Okay, there might be a surprise show before we leave for winter break. I will let y'all know. And wait,
Yes.
what is it?
Sorry for crashing your solo episode, John.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I knew you were gonna. You were probably gonna show up either way because you had the ending of practice. It's totally fine. I'm glad you
Yeah.
were here. I'd like to bounce ideas off you. I might have been stranded trying to entertain.
We got to do more research on like the whole representation, like people speaking for you thing. That's kind of an interesting idea.
No, definitely. But whatchamacallit, I'm glad that you were here for me to bounce and feed ideas off of and talk to, because for me it would have probably been a little trickier to figure out how to entertain our listeners.
Always, man. Well, we're gonna get dinner.
Yeah,
That's
we're
gonna
gonna
be good.
we're gonna grab dinner. I might DJ a little bit back at the crib, and we are gonna get our recordings so we have them for the YouTube channel.
Cool. All right. See y'all later.
See ya. Bye bye.
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 Goodbye.
Goodbye.
John, you have to hit the record button.
Shut up.
There you go.
You can record fixing your attitude.
Seriously.
Bye.
Bye.